Did you know? About 3 years ago, I went through a really tough time. I felt like I was drowning, overwhelmed by work stress, family responsibilities, and piles of stuff scattered all over my home. At that moment, learning how to declutter felt like a lifesaver. It pulled me out of the chaos and the mess and slowly brought back peace. Not just to my home, but also to my mind. It wasn't just about tidying up. It turned into a journey that changed my life over the past 3 years. And now my life feels calm and stable. If you're feeling overwhelmed and don't know where to begin with decluttering, especially if you're new to it, then this video is for you. I started from zero too, and I can tell you, even the smallest steps can make a big difference. Today, I want to share with you 10 important lessons I've learned from simplifying my entire home and myself. Plus, a few things I wish I had known when I first started. Who knows, maybe you're also in need of a lifesaver, just like I was back then. Let's get started. One of my biggest mistakes when I started decluttering was trying to do everything at once. I took everything out of the closets, filled the entire room with stuff, and hoped I could deal with it all in one go. But instead of feeling relieved, I just felt tired and overwhelmed. That experience taught me my first important lesson. Don't be afraid to start small. If I could go back, I wouldn't try to clean up the whole world in a single day. It's much better to start with one small area, a drawer, a shelf, or a corner of a cabinet. Finishing a small section takes off the pressure and gives you a sense of accomplishment to keep going. Just 15 or 30 minutes a day is enough. It's far better than waiting for the perfect moment to do a massive cleanup all at once. Doing a little every day is more effective than taking on everything and giving up halfway. It makes the process feel lighter, more motivating, and easier to stick with. So learn from my mistakes. Start small, take it step by step, and your decluttering journey will be so much easier. Lesson number 2. Here's something many people get wrong when tidying up. They try to organize everything perfectly right away. You open your kitchen cabinet and immediately start buying drawer dividers, labeling every spice jar, and dreaming of a Pinterest-style shelf. But here's the problem. You don't even know yet what you need to keep, how you use things daily, or whether that system will truly work for you. The truth is, tidying up shouldn't start with organizing. It should start with letting go. Let go of the things you don't need, don't use, or no longer fit your life. Only when you're left with what really matters can you clearly see the best way to arrange it. So don't rush to organize. Clear out first. Simplify first. Systemize later. Tidying is not a beauty contest. It's a process of learning about yourself through the items you choose to keep. Number 3, we often attach our sense of self to the things that have been with us for a long time. I used to keep all sorts of souvenirs from past trips and always hesitated when it came time to declutter. It felt like getting rid of them meant losing a part of who I was. But we don't stop being creative when we let go of old paintbrushes. We're not less thoughtful for discarding birthday cards from a decade ago. And we don't lose our adventurous spirit just because we no longer keep seashells from an old beach trip. Your true value is shown in how you live each day, in your habits, your choices, and how you treat others. Letting go doesn't erase who you were. It simply creates space for who you are now and who you're becoming. So don't hesitate to let go of old things just because they remind you of who you used to be. Decluttering doesn't change who you are. It simply helps you live more freely in the present. Decluttering isn't just about getting rid of things. It's also about understanding why the clutter was there in the first place. If you skip the inner part, like looking at your habits, your mindset, or the kind of life you truly want, then even a clean space won't stay that way for long. Clutter often mirrors what's happening inside us. Sometimes it's stress, avoidance, guilt, or fear of letting go. So before you start clearing things out, pause for a moment and ask yourself, why did I keep this? What did it mean to me? Am I ready to let it go now? If you skip this step, you might regret letting something go, or fall back into the same habits, and the clutter slowly comes back. The truth is, a calm and tidy space begins with a clear and thoughtful mind. When your space reflects peace, it gently supports your well being. And in that kind of space, it's easier to breathe, focus, and truly feel at home. The fifth valuable lesson a while ago, I decided to clean out my kitchen. The drawers were overflowing, and I had way too many things I didn't use. As I sorted through everything, I realized a lot of the clutter came from random shopping. A cute mug here, a new gadget there, things I bought without thinking. So I gave myself a challenge. No buying anything new for the kitchen for one whole month. No new tools, no containers, not even sales. At first, it felt strange, but soon I noticed I was finally using what I already had. I cooked more simply, cleaned more easily, and felt less overwhelmed. That's when I learned cutting spending isn't just about saving money, it's also about protecting your space. If you're trying to declutter, stop bringing in more stuff. A spending freeze gives you time to pause, reflect, and use what you already own. And honestly, it makes the whole process much easier. That's why you should let your wallet rest while you're decluttering. Number 6. Sometimes, when we try to clean, organize, or finish a task, we hit a wall. We start off strong, but then we get stuck. Maybe it's a drawer full of random stuff, a box of old memories, or even just a part of the room that feels too overwhelming. Suddenly, everything feels harder. But here's a trick that helps. Do the easy parts first. Think of it like taking a test. In school, when I didn't know the answer to a tough question, I didn't sit there wasting time. I'd skip it, move on, and finish all the questions I could answer quickly. Then, if I had time, I'd come back to the hard ones. It worked every time. And the same idea works for decluttering too. Or think of it like planting a garden. You don't start with the hardest patch of dry soil. You start with the soft, workable spots, pulling a few easy weeds, watering where it's dry, planting where the soil is ready. Little by little, it all comes together. And by the time you get to the tougher area, you've already built up rhythm and confidence. If you get stuck while cleaning, unsure what to do, or feeling overwhelmed, don't force it. Set it aside and focus on something easier. Finish that first. The progress will build momentum and make it easier to return to the hard part later with a clear mind. One common mistake is thinking you need the perfect time to declutter, like a quiet morning when you have lots of energy, no noise, and no one interrupting you. But the truth is, that perfect moment rarely comes. You don't need a full weekend or a silent house to get started. Take advantage of the little pockets of time, like when you're waiting for water to boil, when your phone is charging, or while you're listening to a podcast. Just 10-15 minutes is enough to fold some clothes, tidy up a drawer, or gather a few items you no longer use. These small actions add up and make a big difference. Instead of waiting for everything to be ideal, make decluttering part of your everyday life. The more you do it, the easier and more natural it feels. Don't let not enough time be your excuse. The best time to start is right now. Next, here's one misstep I hope you can skip. Don't turn your home into a museum of just-in-case items because chances are you'll never need them again. Old cables you can't even remember what they're for, a broken lemon squeezer, or clothes 2 sizes too small that you hope to fit into someday. They're only taking up space and making your home feel heavier and more cluttered. Be honest with yourself. When was the last time you used that thing? If it's been more than a year, and you even forgot you had it, Letting it go might be the best way to bring lightness and clarity back to your home and your mind. I used to hold on to so many things just in case, afraid I'd regret throwing them out. But in the end, what I truly lacked was the comfort and ease of walking into a space that felt calm and free. Once I started letting go, I finally felt like I was living in a home I actually loved. I'll go deeper into this tip in tomorrow's video, along with practical ideas to help you take action and finally start decluttering with ease. If you're interested, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss it. Thank you so much. Number 9. When people start organizing their space, they often think they need to throw away a lot of stuff to make it count. But real change doesn't always need to be big or dramatic. Sometimes, removing just 2 or 3 items, like a chipped vase, a worn out pair of slippers, or an old bag that's just taking up space, is enough to make a small corner feel lighter and more peaceful. I still remember the first time I cleaned up my desk. Instead of forcing myself to tidy the whole room, I simply tossed an empty pen, a stack of old notes, and a few small things I no longer needed. That was it. But the desk looked neater right away, and I felt more relaxed sitting there. Decluttering isn't something you do once and never again. It's a habit you build over time. And it's those small, consistent steps that truly help you create a home that feels clear, both outside and inside. And lesson number 10, I used to wait until the weekend to clean, thinking I needed a big chunk of time to make my space feel better. But mess builds up quickly, and by the time the weekend came, I was already stressed. Then I tried something different. Every night before bed, I spent just 5 minutes putting things back in place. I hung up my jacket, washed my cup, and cleared off my desk. It didn't take long, but it changed how I felt the next morning. Now, I wake up to a calm space instead of a chaotic one. I've learned that a tidy home doesn't need big efforts, just small moments of care, repeated each day. Decluttering truly changed my life, not overnight, but step by step. It gave me space to breathe, clarity to think, and room to live more peacefully. I hope these 10 lessons help you find a starting point, no matter where you are on your journey. Remember, it's not about perfection or getting everything right the first time. It's about creating a home that supports you, one small step at a time. And who knows, just like it was for me, maybe decluttering could be the lifesaver you didn't know you needed. This is actually my very first video, so I truly hope you liked it. I can't wait to see you again in the next one, coming very soon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss it. See you in tomorrow's video with more fun and practical tips to help you start decluttering more easily.